And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Donald Boesch. He's been president of the University of Maryland Center for Environmental Sciences since 1990. A biological oceanographer, he's actually conducted coastal research around the world and has a well-deserved reputation also as an institution builder, not only here in Maryland, but before coming here 20 years ago, also in his home state of Louisiana. Don represents our university system on Governor O'Malley's environmental subcabinet and currently chairs the Ocean Studies Board of the National Research Council. Recently, he was called on by President Obama, who appointed him as one of 7 members of the National Commission on the BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and he has been a very strong supporter of the development of SESYNC. Please welcome President Boesch.
Well, is this a great day or what? It's just phenomenal. I'm very proud to be, our center is very proud to be among the founding partners of SESYNC, along with University of Maryland and of course, Resources for the Future and my good friend, Phil Sharp. You know, Margaret Palmer led the development of this proposal when she was our Chesapeake Biological Laboratory director. And when she came to me and said, you know, if we're successful, it means I'm going to move on and do this. And I said, absolutely, this is so important to our university system and our state that we have to work towards this objective. Now that she's back at College Park on the campus there as a full-time faculty member, she actually, leading SESYNC, she's actually elected to maintain this joint appointment and our partnership, and that's a very positive thing going forward. You know, few scientists in this nation have the broad reputation, the competence, and the vision, and I can attest, the persistence to lead this effort. Not only the effective, successful proposal, but this gives us great confidence in our ability to lead this to success moving forward. She's a dynamo, and we have been fortunate here in Maryland that she's elected to spend her career here in Maryland with us. Margaret, best of success as we go forward in the future. The other, of course, very key ingredient, I think you've got a flavor of it, those of you who are not Marylanders, of the tremendous environment that's created for the work that we do in higher education, advanced research, but particularly related to the environment in this state. Just look at this lineup here, and those people who aren't able to be here today. I go around the country and visit other places and try to give them advice, and have many colleagues in other parts of the country. When I tell them that we're able to speak directly to people like Senator Mikulski, who leads the appropriation of most of the sciences that are not health-related in this country, Senator Cardin on the Environment and Public Works Committee, Congressman Sarbanes, who's the representative for this district and is on both the Science Committee and the Natural Resources Committee. And going to the state, our governors, I'll say a few words about, but our leadership in the state government. Mike Boesch is the delegate for this area. So when you look at the lineup, top to bottom, SESYNC will have enormous political support and expectations that we do great work, too. So we're very pleased with that. And that's in part because Maryland has a long history of environmental progressivism. It stems from who we are as a people and as citizens of our state. But there are distinguished individuals who have led this effort over time. And it's very unusual that we can, on a regular basis, speak truth to power as environmental scientists. And I've actually worked for 4 governors, and this governor has brought this to a high art form because he is there, and we speak directly with him through his base stat process. He asks hard questions of scientists. He calls me to task every time I said, it depends on this, Governor. He says, I want to know the answer. Be careful what you wish for. You know, you could have a governor who actually makes your life challenging. In fact, tomorrow we'll be making a presentation on a scientific consensus that you've asked us to work on. And this is great. So when I went to him, he'd asked me to go to Ocean City because at that time I was on the Oil Spill Commission and there was a fear. Marylanders were fearful of oil coming up here. It was in early days. And to say something to the local folks and to the media, I was very pleased to do that. And it was at that time when Margaret told me that we were on the final 4 finalists for this position. And so I went to him and said, Governor, we're in the Final Four. We want to win the national championship. That got his attention, and I told him about this, and he made the verbal commitment right there that he'd do everything he can to help us be victorious and win this. In addition, one of the things that he wrote in his letter of support in the proposal was that he actually looked forward to walking down the street from time to time from Government House, where he lives, and actually meet with some of these scientists. And most people would view that as just political rhetoric, but I think he actually means it. He would do it. If we can get him past the ram's head and the opportunity to perform, he actually is that interested in advanced concepts and knowledge as we go forward. Our center is congenitively focused on, has been for a long time, on the integration of knowledge, and is collaborative. We work under Chancellor Kerwin's leadership very collaboratively in all of our institutions in the university systems, not only across disciplines but across institutions with Wallace Lowe and colleagues at College Park for many years. And this tradition, our political traditions, our academic traditions, I think stand SESYNC in good stead to achieve its mission with great accomplishment. So thanks very much, Margaret.